So tonight we are having Fruit Loops for tea, cereal for tea, because there's no meat, there's no frozen veggies.
Excuse me.
Oh, sorry. More? We left it till the last minute. And of course, I'll get you more milk. Of course, we had to buy the more expensive brand because all the cheap no-name stuff is gone. All the long life milk is gone. This won't last us very long because it's got a shelf life, a fridge life. Here we go. I mean, it's crazy. It is just insane. Lili, she's got enough pouches to get her through, don't you, Lili? So she's okay, but it's just insane. We're just doing what we can. We've really haven't got much. It's just the basic stuff in the fridge. I have a little stockpile which I got just a few things like 3 weeks ago, thank goodness. And we haven't gone crazy. We've just literally got what we need for kinder, school, snacks. I mean, this bread, we can't even get bread. There's no bread. This bread goes out of date on the 18th. So that's all we've got until we can get some more, which I don't know when that will be. I need the lights on. I need the lights on. This is insane. I'll empty it all there. Just the essentials. Oh my god, that's fine. It'll be fine. How much was that? $4. How much was it all together?
$60-something.
Oh my god. No, I think it's just because all the brands that are left are the brands we wouldn't usually buy. Huh? Oh, if it's only one serve. We wouldn't buy all these things. This world has just gone absolutely crazy. No. Good morning, everyone. So that little clip, Heath starts work at 6:30 in the morning, and this morning he went to the supermarket near our house at 5:45 to get some essentials that we need. Toilet paper, some more formula, packet pasta, frozen veggies, all and bread, and dry food and wet food for the animals. We have a cat and a dog, so we have to make sure we've got enough for them. All the stuff that just wasn't there at the supermarkets yesterday. It started off as the toilet paper, and it was, you know, all these funny memes on Facebook, and everybody was laughing. But even then, I was like, no toilet paper, people fighting over toilet paper, like someone got arrested, someone was holding another customer up at knife point. Like, it was, I guess it's how we as humans react to a crisis, and the media is putting it out there because they need to tell us exactly what's going on. At the start, though, I think lots of people, I know they panic bought. They just stocked up on everything that they didn't, more than what they needed, and it's left us in this situation that now we all have to panic buy, because those that have stocked up on copious amounts of items that are just sitting in their house and they're not using items that we're running low on that we need, are not there. I mean, just to walk out and, like, we sort of felt the formula thing when Violet was born, because was on a special formula. So, and there was just none of that formula. Like, they just never had any in stock, and it was a real panic, because without that formula, she just was in lots of pain and screaming. So, I mean, I thought that was over. Now it's every formula. All the nappies are gone, the wipes, everything. So, yeah, it's, everyone is now panic buying, because at the start, everyone stocked up and now there's nothing left. And I think supermarkets are only putting out a limited amount, which is great, because it's meaning that we've got some in reserve. Customers are like, there's a limit on the amount of things you can buy. I think it's 2 tins of formula in one purchase and like 1 packet of toilet rolls. But he went there at 5:45 this morning, and there was 20 people waiting for the supermarket to open. He starts work at 6:30, and when he was leaving, he said there was about 40 people, and they were rushing around. It's really turned into every man for himself, which is really it's not going to work. That's not how we need to be pulling together when we're, it's each man for himself, which is just, I mean, we just had the massive Australian bushfires, and everyone pulled together and, to help each other. But I think that was because we weren't all in that situation. So the onlookers could see how devastating it was, and could, provide relief and help and donations. But when we're all going through it together, everybody's like, well, bugger everyone else. But we're not at that point where it's, we could still be, we can be helping each other, and it will make the whole situation a lot easier. And the virus hasn't even reached our town of 110,000 people yet that I know of. But I got a letter last night on Facebook, and we're preparing for the schools to close, preparing for jobs to be shut down and to stay home. So we're in preparation for that, and it's coming. It will come. But I just, it's frustrating that people are just not thinking about others. They're just, especially, I've said this, I think I said it in my last video, or the video before, especially the oldies, the elderly. They're the number, I mean, I worked in aged care, and they're the number one, I feel terrible for them. Like, they don't have access to transport. I mean, some of them already can't leave their home. And I think that I read on Facebook last night that now that they're cancelling online grocery orders because there's just not the stock to supply it. And I mean, my gran, when she was alive, that's how she would get her groceries. She would order them online. So, I mean, what are these people to do? They can't get to the shops at 6 a.m. They can't, buzz around with their walking frames, and people are just not caring. I did hear from my mum that the supermarkets, some of them are doing deliveries to the elderly for free. They're giving them free essentials, which is what needs to be done. They need to make sure that, you know, every week they've got the toilet paper, because there's no meat. That's why we had cereal last night for tea. There's no meat. There's no frozen stuff. So anyway, that's my little rant over. But it is, like, it's a thing that needs to be talked about, because it's going to be looked back on, and it's going to be something that's going to go down in history as what happened in 2020 pandemic. So I'm going to get the kids off to kinder and school. We're still in school and kinder, and I'm going to go to the shops to try and get some more baby pouches. What else did I need? I was going to go and get a tin each more of some fruit salad, but I doubt that there'll be any. But I'll go and see. And I want to go and see what the supermarkets look like, because Heath usually goes. So I'll do the school and kinder run, and then I will take you along with me to the supermarket. It's so crowded at our local supermarket that everyone's parking over there. Oh my lord. Look, all the meat's gone, Mel. It's all gone. Limited 2 cheeses. Yeah. They have milk. Limit of 4. Do they have Vegemite? No. Baby, no nappies. Limit of 1 per customer. Limit of 6 cans per customer. There is paper towel, that's limit of 1 per customer. There is sanitary products. Where are all the vegetables? Oh, party pies. Oh, sorry, are you tired? Yeah. What do you think, Mel? There's no frozen veg. Chips. On to the next place. Look at all the cars. Whoa. Heaps of them. There's no Vegemite. Only them. No, we're not going to get cakes. What was all this? Hey? Onions. Oh, there's the meat left. No cakes. No. Formula's gone. Sanitary products are very low. A lot of people must have cats. Cats. Might have to get 2 for Lolly. Of course, toilet paper's gone. There's hundreds in here this morning at 6 AM, he said. 200 of 8. Well, gone now. Third stop for live nappies. You need to put your arms in, Mel.
No.
Oh.
What happened?
It fell over. So as you can see, so much air conditioning blowing in my face. As you can see, the situation is pretty, yes, we're going to get out now. The situation is pretty, it's pretty panicked and pretty grim. I still couldn't get any more nappies for Lai. I need I think it's 6 to 11 kilos we're up to, and all that they had was 10 to 15, and they'll be way too big because she's only small for 7 months. She's just gotten out of the 4 to 8. So, yeah, hopefully. I did do an order to get a packet, but I haven't heard from that order, so I don't know if they would have the items to get. So, enough nappies in the shop. I'm just taking over some baby Panadol to a mum friend because I put up on my mum's page that we really should pull together in times like this, and if anyone has anything that they can spare, if anyone needs anything, to post it up, or if anyone can swap something, to post it up. So hopefully that will be able to help someone. I already had one of these. I bought one when I was pregnant with Lai, and I already had 2 of these open, so I've got like 2.5 bottles. So I don't need 2.5 bottles of Panadol. All the kids have a backup of what they need. I think that's all we need to do. Like, I just make sure we're a tin ahead of formula and a packet ahead of nappies for each girl, and all of the girls have got a box ahead of the Panadol that they take, and so do me and Heath. So I think that's really all we need to do. People are now really stressing. We're all stressing because there's nothing left, because it was all taken at the start, because people just went beyond, I think. However, I did just hear on the radio that from tomorrow every supermarket is from 7 AM for an hour is going to make it shopping for only the elderly and people with disabilities, which is fantastic. It's what they need to do. And so yeah, so that's a good thing. And yeah, that's the situation in Australia, in Victoria, where I live. It's going on all over the world. It's not just in Australia or Victoria, but this is just where I live, and this is the situation that I want to show people what's happening in our part of the world. So yeah, if everyone could just try and pull together a bit more. I mean, don't take what you don't need, because someone else might desperately need it, because we do need to stick together. I mean, it's not an every man for himself situation. Alright, well, that's all for this morning's little vlog. I hope you enjoyed it, and I don't know what the next one will be. We'll just take it every day as it comes. I think that the schools will be closing probably by the end of the week. So, but until then, we will just we'll just keep going. I hope everyone stays safe and well, and I will talk to you next time. Bye. Say bye, Mel.
Bye, Mom.
Let's say bye, everyone.